No court date has been set for a hearing of that lawsuit. The union will hold its monthly meeting this Wednesday evening, at which time we understand the Committee to Rebuild Local 11513 plans to bring the lawsuit up for discussion. Thursday night on Newsbeat, we expect to have an update.
Sebastian, what did Mr. Bixler have to say about the allegations raised by the Committee to Rebuild, specifically that he had Richard Luna removed from a position of union steward and that he had him transferred to another location?
Well, he denied that Richard Luna was transferred on through any impact of the union in that situation. He denied right down the line all of the allegations that were raised by the committee.
Thank you. The Pentagon is about to embark.
Reporter Sally Garner, in the second part of our two-part series on the politics of Santa Monica, examines planning and development in that city. KCET, like other public stations around the country, feels the impact of the tight economy. We'll have a report. And reporter Sebastian Melito has an update on a story about a local union suing its own members. Now, here is Clete Roberts.
Reporter Sebastian Melito reported that leaders of a local union are suing dissidents within the union. Last night, the issue was debated at a union meeting, and Sebastian Melito was there.
Clete, the union is Local 11513 of the Communications Workers of America. It represents 6,500 employees, most of whom are telephone company workers. Last November, the leadership was challenged by a reform slate calling itself the Committee to Rebuild Local 11513. The slate charged the union leaders were unresponsive to their needs and wasteful of their dues money. Allegations denied by union officials. At the time of the election, only one reform candidate was successful. Now, 22 members of the dissident committee are defending themselves in a lawsuit. Campaign literature had been mailed out in the name of the group, and union officials are accusing the reform group of stealing the mailing list. The dissidents say they didn't put out the brochure and they didn't steal the union's mailing list. Wednesday night, the issue came up for debate. Last night at around 7 o'clock at union headquarters in Carson, the membership began gathering for its regular monthly meeting. Only this time, it was not regular business that brought many of them to the union hall. The members of the Committee to Rebuild Local 11513 plan to put the issue of the lawsuit to a vote by the membership.
Well, I would hope no matter how anyone feels that they can see how ridiculous this lawsuit is and vote it down and not even want to be party to it in any way. I certainly don't. I would hate to see any of my money or the time that we're paying these officers spent into suing my fellow members. These are my brothers and sisters that we fight together, and we're supposed to be working together and helping each other out, not trying to take and put them in trouble.
The meeting began promptly at 7:30 with some 300 members in attendance. Newsbeat was not allowed in. The meeting was closed to anyone outside the union. According to the participants, when the vote was taken, after much debate, the dissidents' motion to drop the lawsuit was narrowly defeated. But the vote, it seems, settled nothing.
We lost. The suit's still on against us. They took a house count. It came out 150 to 144, or 143. They didn't know our side's count on that. There was a heated debate, and it's a little sticky in there right now. I left because I don't want, you know,
Our tempers running?
A little bit, yeah.
Feelings on both sides of the issue continued to run high after the meeting broke up.
Okay, here we voted against dropping the lawsuit. How come we didn't vote for the lawsuit to begin with?
We just, in a sense, we just did.
We did tonight.
Yeah, we did tonight.
Yeah, but
we voted not to.
It was never brought up before.
But that's why it was presented tonight. That's how I feel.
How come? Wait a minute. The only thing I knew about this lawsuit was yesterday. When a pamphlet came or a little mailer came around, a little memo, whatever it was, saying watch channel 28. That's the only time I found out about this lawsuit. Nothing was said. No letters came down from the union saying, "Do you want to sue these people because they're causing us grief and they stole something?"
We had a Democratic vote tonight, and the other side lost, and they're upset, and so there's all kinds of accusations being said on both sides. But I feel that they really don't know what they're talking about.
Used to be an area steward at 11513, and I have resigned tonight, full steward, because I am tired of defending my union against the members. I never spent time with management. I always spent time defending the union.
Against what?
The threats, just everything that the union was going on. The union, you could tell tonight, was so split up. The word union means being united. You can tell we are not united, so we're not a union. When you go up against a manager of 4th level, 5th level, whatever, you're not a union. You don't have the backing. You're weak. We need a strong union. We don't have it.
Luis Cusa ran as a committee to rebuild candidate for president. He was defeated by the incumbent, Anthony Bixler. Cusa is one of the 22 defendants named in the suit.
It is time for the membership to unite, to start getting ready to fight the telephone companies, to start getting ready for the contracts, which are going to be very difficult. And we thought this lawsuit, which even in the opinion of the officers, they have absolutely no facts to back them at this time, that this lawsuit should be dropped. They should use, if they want to, some internal proceedings, or even ask us if we had anything to do with stealing a mailing list or a directory or whatever. They have never done that. So we brought this motion today. It was a very heated discussion. It was, I think, very healthy discussion. But unfortunately, the end result, which was the vote of 150 to 143, our local is still divided.
So that lawsuit will continue against the dissidents. Depositions have been scheduled for the end of the month. Clete?
Thank you, Sebastian.